Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Simon. Welcome to another episode of Star Wars The Bad Batch, episode number 12. This is titled Rescue on Ryloth, so as expected, it's going to carry on over from the last episode, which saw some surprises. You know, we ended up on Ryloth, a classic Clone Wars location where we've seen some really, interesting battles between the Separatists and the Republic. It's an iconic location, really, the energy bridge on, going into the capital. There's some really interesting characters, Chimps and Dula. Obviously, we saw Hera and Chopper last week, who were nice little cameos from Rebels. And, this is kind of like showing us how Hera gets into the rebellious streak, should we say, with the Empire coming in, really clamping down on her home planet. We saw that the rebels, as you might want to call them, that exist there at the moment are being set up for the attempted assassination of Orm Tar, the senator, who, I thought looked pretty dead, but apparently not. He is still alive. And so I'm guessing now the Bad Batch are being called in to rescue Hera. Probably we'll see Hera's mother die. We know that she's not alive at the time of Rebels, but it kind of makes sense that this would be the point at which, she is going to be killed in the name of the rebellion. And I think it's the first, I'm thinking back here, the first time that we would have had a really meaningful character death in this show. I know that they killed some civilians when Crosshair first kind of took over the squad, but they were kind of no-name civilians that we didn't really know anything about. This time, it's kind of like Hera's mother. So it's going to be an interesting one to see how they handle this kind of an emotional twist. So we are going to jump in. Before we do, though, I want to say a big thank you to all of my Patreon super supporters: Ernesto Sanchez Jr., Frank Tremel, Geraldine Camoin, Karen Abel, Nightwing0102, Kratos, Marshal Red, Michael Y, Mr. Greg89, Nathan Edgington, Nick Walters, Nightwolf37, Olly Brown, and Richard Dunn. So without further ado, let's jump in and let's see what happens next. That looks pretty.
The liberator of Ryloth.
At least they locked them away as a family.
Attempting to assassinate your own
That's pretty good for the Empire.
How unfortunate for your people to see you fall.
They won't believe your lies.
Your daughter, too.
Oh, that captain,
Sure,
he
you
is...
know how dangerous it can be out there.
He ain't following orders no more.
No, Hera.
He ain't a good soldier.
Lenny, you're the reasonable one. Is that so?
Uh-oh.
Then please enlighten me. Who is responsible?
I don't know, sir.
Leave the thinking to me, Captain.
Uh-oh.
You have your orders.
Yes, and good soldiers follow orders.
Yes, sir. I'll locate Harrison Dula myself.
The Syndulla girl's gone.
She could have already fled the planet.
Not without her parents.
Are they the first non-clones to be wearing clone armor? Because, I mean, it is just clone armor, kind of, with green visors and a little bit of a darker shade.
At the base. I'm fixing it.
You can't. He's a defective unit. Hunter.
She's gonna fix him. Although it is on point a defective gonk.
We're defective too.
Yeah.
We are receiving a recorded transmission. Perhaps the situation is not as dire as described. Children often overreact.
No, we
Huh,
don't.
they have my parents. How is that an overreaction?
Omega. It's a big galaxy. What do you want us to do?
Free my parents from the capital. That's where they're being held. They can
No
pay you if
easy.
you get them out.
No easy task.
Please. I don't have anyone else to ask. That's not what happened.
Will answer for their betrayal.
Hunter. Crosshair's here.
Uh-oh. That just turned up the odds for them.
Just what we need.
Maybe this is their chance to get him, though.
Ryloth's not a separatist planet.
Exactly my point.
Uh-oh. They've been spotted.
Wait here.
He's sensed it, though. Yes. Oh. Oh, yes. I love the music. It's tense.
Don't care about any of that. I just want my parents back.
They're all over
God,
the
I've missed
Imperial
Chopper.
comm channels. They've increased patrols within the city.
They were spotted near the capital.
We have a battalion of troopers right outside.
That's not enough. I know what they're capable of.
That's
I know
quite a
what
statement.
you're capable of, or I will find someone who can.
Hmm. Oh. Rampart's getting a little bit cocky.
What? That was my plan!
Not the capital. The Imperial refinery on the outskirts.
I've been spying on their activity. I know.
Ah.
If we attack there, reinforcements will be diverted from the capital.
And then they can
This will
sneak
be a
in.
distraction to rescue Hera's parents.
Have your chain codes out and ready for
Ah, I see. So, these are the workers. Chopper doesn't need a chain code, he's a droid. Oh, I've missed this so much. It's having a droid that's completely crazy. Just the way he shoves it.
How are we going to do that?
With one of those. You said you wanted to be a
What?
pilot, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the first time she's going to get to fly.
A little help.
I love it.
No, but Hera and I are working on it. Just don't shoot down our shuttle.
Here we go.
unauthorized launch from Shuttle 2.
Hiya. I mean, that's definitely provided a distraction. And they've got a shuttle now. It'd have been cool if one of those was the ghost. And that's how she got the ghost.
That was us.
Hang on.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll handle it. Stay here and guard the capital.
Oh, he's definitely getting out.
Yes, you're dangerous and uncontrollable. So confusing to them as it is to us.
He knows. He knows it's a distraction.
The refinery.
Uh-oh. He's gonna shoot the mum.
You can't stay here. They'll know you helped us.
I will not abandon my squad. They're good men. I have to try to get through to them. Go, while there's still time.
Oh dear. House is gonna die.
Brothers, what are we doing?
Oh shit.
Came here to free Ryloth,
He's gonna get shot by Crosshair.
and we succeeded. Who will stand with me?
Yeah. They're all bad soldiers.
Those traitors.
Aw. Well, they're not all. Not all bad.
I have my own people to look out for.
If a war is coming, it will be their fight as much as
I'm
ours.
surprised their mum's still
No,
alive.
no, Hera.
Everyone expected her to die.
For believing in me.
Bye, Chopper.
It would seem I underestimated your four friends.
Yes, you did.
If only they were fighting for us
Uh.
instead of against us.
Request permission to hunt them down.
Is he going to capture them and put chips in them again?
Granted.
Here's where we start getting to the real meat of the season. Okay, so, yeah, a pretty good episode. I think everyone will be surprised at the fact that Hera's mother survived. But on the whole, a fairly predictable episode. The Bad Batch get called in to save Hera's parents. They do that. It's kind of escalated now so that Crosshair is actively on the hunt for them. Hauser did end up helping them, and I think that scene with Hauser and the clones, I think that really depicts just how unique the clones are and how they aren't just a carbon copy of each other, because you had half the squad defect and half of them, remain with the Empire. If they were all carbon copies, then they'd have all done the same thing, regardless of, their experience, I guess. It would have been cool. I was thinking to myself, wow, what if this is where, Hera picks up the ghost? What if the ghost is parked in that refinery? Because we don't know how she gets the ghost. And I guess with it being a cargo ship, it might have made sense. It is a modified cargo ship. It would have made sense for it to be in the refinery. But she must pick it up at a later date because, she's still technically like a teenager here. And it was, again, a moment just to let us see her first moments of piloting a ship and tying in a show that, has come after it with that. And again, tying Omega into the fabric of the future or the past stories. It's weird because Rebels is in the past for us, but it's in the future in the timeline here. So I say it's in the past, but it's actually in the future for the story. But again, Rampart being very, I suppose, typical Imperial, underestimating his opponents, thinking that he's got everything in the bag and that, he can be secure in his own power. And it's only Crosshair who really knew what they were going to do. And, again, it shows that he thinks outside the box. He knows the Bad Batch better than anyone. And, he's going to be a dangerous enemy for them in the next few episodes. There's 6 episodes to go because I think this is an 18-episode season. And, I think 2/3 of the way through, this has been a really good opener for the show. I'm fairly confident there'll be a second season. Obviously, they can only go so far with this, but I think as we get more and more towards the end of the season, we're really going to start to see the Empire turn it up, and we might see the introduction of stormtroopers. We're definitely going to see the Empire become more separated from the Republic, both in morality and image. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm really enjoying the opportunity to see the Republic merge into the Empire and seeing all of the socio-political fallout from that. It's been great to see. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for the next one.